Next, we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next week.
Just plowing ahead. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Got it. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas! And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He looks that one in nicely. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. Here's the give off the left side. After the filthy move, he's got room. Delivers the contact. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Longhorns are on the move. Power football with the run. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peters. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Using the quick game. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
They'll run it from the gun. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. happen? Afterburners coming. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Go straight ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
42 Spider. Forward, go.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on third and goal from the 2? Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
When running backs square their shoulders up, that's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackle.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll try the left side. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup.
Into the end zone he goes.
success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Let's go. Acorn. Gorilla. Logger.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. You put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's piled up 82 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Peters. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating breed.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you got a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline and get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Off he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. USF is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 17 over Rutgers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. That's caught. It's Peters. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to take off. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll ride the hot hand. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 28, LSU 14.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing, they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? They didn't give him much on the return, but they were in prime scoring position at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the
touchdown LSU, and they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Going up top on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Now we got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Back open in the middle. Breaks the tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second and short now after that completion. From the gun. Give on the inside. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He makes the connection.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in College Park. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down work.
He's going to let it go. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball's loose. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good...
Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Quarterback empties his backfield. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Complete downfield. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And they decide to trot out the kicker. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, LSU.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the game. It's good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dances away to buy time. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played lately.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah,